everybody, it is me, Addie, and today we are going to be talking about some things I've been seeing in pop culture lately. Of course, all the dating shows are back. Love is Blind, Perfect Match, even Love Island as well too. Two big things that I've been seeing lately that's been happening is the black women contestants on these shows being basically embarrassed, shamed, treated the worst, everything, right? I don't watch any of these shows. I used to when it was Quarantina, but now that it's not, I don't partake in it. And then another theme and segment that I've been seeing is that a lot of these shows, they need a therapist on set, please. That's exactly what I thought as well too when Are You the One was first around and very popular. I was like, oh my god. And that's probably why I wanted to be a psychologist too, so I can go on these reality TV shows and help people out. Crazy. So those are two really big things in pop culture right now that I kind of want to dive deep into. While I just shared these reality TV shows, these love shows or whatever, quote on big quote, love, they need help. Of course, innately as human beings, we want to help others and we want to seek, we want to find out, we want to try to enhance life force energy, life energy, or just whatever conditions it is in any kind of way that we can, okay? And of course in media right now, because everybody has therapists, everybody is receiving mental health, there are so many resources out here now, and a lot of people are like, this show could use this, right? This show could use this. Let me tell you though, there are shows out there that already exist that have practitioners, mental health care practitioners, even spiritual practitioners. One right off the dome is Iyanla. Shout out to Iyanla, Auntie Iyanla. Okay, she was helping people and doing the work, and of course, and that we used to be on own, watching the process. For others, it may feel like, oh my god, this is too close for comfort or whatever, but that takes a more of a mature eye to view. And a lot of these viewers right now are people of the younger generation, people who are in the dating scene, I should say. Okay, but anyway, we are all in the dating scene and we're getting help mentally, so it's natural to definitely say, yeah, we need some help on these shows, okay? Although there are shows that exist, and I would ask the regular viewer of Perfect Match, have you ever seen Iyanla? Okay, if you really want some help on the show, go try it out real quick. Watch a show that actually has that. Okay, another point as well too here that I have is that because a lot of these people on these shows have all these like weird kind of wounds that they may be displaying on screen, you know, some issues and stuff. Of course, the regular eye, we're all like, whoa, like that is so evident and very true. And then they get into these quote unquote relationships, because reality TV is just fake, y'all. It is super fake. And we're trying to like figure out this entanglement as if it's a really hard math problem that we need to solve. We really don't. And that's why they create this kind of TV. Now I'm going in a whole different direction. But that is why they create this TV, right? So that you can watch, try to figure it out, and get stressed out, pissed off, try to follow the storyline. Oh, you guys need hope and stuff like that. But I really feel like this reality TV, it creates this whole pattern that, of course, is very evident in today's dating scene, for the regular dating life, whatever you want to call it. And even just people's expectations when it comes to their own. It like influences others and how they go after their relationships. They don't really work on themselves. These shows don't really show how to dive deep and how to get into healing yourself and how to fix something, like whatever it is, solve it for themselves so that they can be a better them for others. Because it's a lot to put onto someone else's plate in a relationship to help you live your best life or help you access the best version of yourself if you don't even know what that looks like. If you don't even know what that looks like, if you don't even know how to scratch the surface to even see that there's something there. Okay, so I truly believe that it emanates this very fake image, and it bleeds into today's world. Well, yes, it bleeds into a specific population, because it's not everybody. There are so many people on this earth. There are so many special, unique people, and I see it all the time, especially on my own YouTube. I'm like, dang, I didn't even know this even existed. That are unique, but there is a specific population that this bleeds into, and it taints the minds of, because they don't want to do the work. They just trying to do it, okay? And it doesn't matter. Which is kind of crazy, because it's like, dang, we all, not even just that we all, some of us would like to have the best, and then others just want to be entertained. Some people are just wired like that, and it bleeds into that, and it feeds the minds of those who just want to be entertained, don't really care. It doesn't really take a lot of work. It doesn't require a lot of them to have to produce or provide a better version of themselves. Like, a lot of, like, relationships are deep. Relationships are super, super, super deep. And sorry if this is kind of like random and weird, but this is basically why I feel like a therapist won't even help these reality TV shows. It will not help them at all. 1 second, I need to turn off my heater. If you like my hoodie, I made it. Yeah, you know, butterfly, where is it? Okay, so we're gonna get back into this. Yes, I truly feel and believe deeply within my soul that a therapist cannot help these people, and they will not hire a practitioner to be on these shows to help these people out, because it does not matter. It does not matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because then somebody won't follow the storyline, or it'll hit too close to home to someone, and then it has nothing to do with the viewer anymore. It's a 50-50 chance it may not have anything to do with the viewer anymore. And if it doesn't have anything to do with the viewer, ratings go down. Like, you know, you got to get people to relate in some kind of way. And of course, the cheap, relatable things are somebody, quote unquote, whatever, pretty privilege. I see a lot of videos about that now. It does exist, definitely, but these shows really emanate that. Either it's pretty privilege, every guy wants just this one girl. The interracial bit, the black woman, like them hating on the black woman. I honestly, it's so hard for me to try to even watch, but the last thing I saw was on Love Island. And it was this one dark-skinned black girl, beautiful, and she made it like pretty long enough, you know, until they booted her off. But it was just like, dang, these shows aren't really casted in a way, like, I feel like the diverse part of it or whatever, even like what's kicking me right now is the Love is Blind, when they had Deep and his partner on there. I forget their names, but they were both Indian, and they both were like blonde hair, blue eyes. They like white people, basically. That's also like not even a conversation or anything, but it gets into colorism. Like, okay, a lot of cultures and just even people who are interracial, they prefer to be with a white partner, or they prefer to be with a certain kind of partner. Like, I have black girlfriends that only date white dudes. They do not prefer anybody black. They will not even sleep with anybody black. Like, it's no, don't want to talk to you, anything like that. And I'm like, it's a different kind of mindset when you have different friends like that. Even black dudes that are like, I'm not dating no black girls. It's a different kind of mindset, and even cultural background where that comes from and stems from. them not wanting their kids to be black and stuff. Like, it all goes into that, and it still exists. And the fact that these reality TV shows don't really touch on that, and that they don't really talk about that or even display that, is kind of weird, and it hurts everybody's feelings, because it's like, that black girl didn't get a good chance, or whatever. It's a colorism thing, and it do be like it's like, we fall for the okie doke in these shows and watch it and consistently get pissed off about it. Me as a black woman, I do not watch those shows because they always just make me mad. They literally get on my nerves, and I don't want to get my nerves be got on. I don't. I really, really don't. I'd rather see something else that has nothing to do with me, you know, or nothing to do with all of these freaking issues that go back 500 years, that go back super, super, super hard, and that people still have bled into their thought process and minds. So, as I'm onto that, boom. Because that happens, and because that is prevalent, and you can see that some people are constantly yapping, I don't like that kind of person because they're too dark, or they remind me of my aunt, like that dude said on Love is Blind. I don't date black dudes, or I don't, whatever. If you are the person that they are clearly saying that they don't want, you now know that person is not for me, and you should steer really clear from them. Okay? Like, I get it. We all want to solve and understand and know, but once you do understand, okay, culturally, this is what they're into, or preferentially, whatever you want to call it, this is what it is. Cool. Now that you know what it is, stay away from it. I was literally, as I was doing research for this, this writer, she was a black woman, and she wrote that her white friend, who only dates black dudes, the white woman was saying that her black friend, her black boyfriend, said this about black women, that he wouldn't dare touch one, like it's a freaking sponge or something on a dirty counter or something. Said that. And this black woman typed this out on a blog. It was a whole think piece, 2015, it was written, whatever. Crazy. So I'm like, okay, we get it. We know it. Cool. Stay away from these people. Why are we constantly making think pieces? Why is this conversation still being had? It's like, and it be people who are single and who want a relationship and stuff like that. Like, think pieces are being made about what it is that they don't want. It's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy because if I was still in the pool of, I don't even know. I'm like, well, let me not say too much. But just saying, I just don't support these whole think pieces and things being made about this stuff, because we get it. They have existed for so long. Steer clear of them. Like, clear them out of your vicinity. They don't have to be your friend. And then these people who are on the other side that say these ignorant things that are actually perpetuating a very, very bad, like, collective feeling even about them. Like, I don't want to be your friend if you're talking like that. Or if you have these kind of ideals, because then you'll treat somebody poorly and we're just out to eat. And it's because, I don't find them attractive or something like that. Like, people like that are crazy. They are really nuts. It's like that. But they'd be like, they try to justify it, and it's because I feel like they have all the space to justify it over, because they still are allowed, they are quote unquote still allowed to move the way that they do, because other people still, approve of them or amplify them or even support it. There's like groups for this kind of stuff. It's insane, and that's a part of American culture. It's probably in other countries too and stuff, but child, you'll be surprised. You will be surprised, okay? This is coming from a black woman. Like, you really don't need to partake in none of that stuff. So yeah, I really wanted to quickly get onto that. And then black women on these shows, they need to cast it so much better. Like, the casting needs to be better. They need to look, not even just look, but ask them important questions to these cast members. Do you like black women? Are you interested in black women? They need to at least have at least 5 dudes that say, yeah, I find them attractive. I have dated a few. I have history and an experience with black women. Because these guys that are on these shows that don't have experiences with black women, they're like, question mark. It's like, what? Why are we here? What is going on? So, yeah, y'all. That is literally that. And I just don't fall for the okie doke, y'all. It's the energy. Okay? Don't keep watching if it's pissing you off and making you really mad, because guess what? They don't really care about your complaints. It just makes the show even more popular, because then, oh, what are they talking about? Let me go ahead and watch the whole season and see what it is that they're saying. Or let me go ahead and find this clip somewhere. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay? It's not worth your sanity and your heart feelings, because, shoot, I still want to feel attractive and be attractive and feel like I can be attractive to others. Like, that is really that. So that's what I wanted to talk about really quick. And I hope you guys like this episode. Please share with me how you feel about these things. Why they will never get a therapist on those therapy shows, on those reality TV shows, because they don't give a crap. They don't care. Okay? As long as it's continuing a narrative, it's just evolving throughout time, because a lot of these people on these shows too, you being so young, a lot of us, we think we know what we want, but we really don't have a kind of foundation where you'll be able to attract like a valuable relationship. And then that too, okay, one more boy, and then that too, because a lot of dating culture and stuff like that, people just want a good time, they do it, moving on to the next. People get on these shows for that, quote unquote, get on these shows. They're just feeling, their body is just being used. Like, okay, yeah, let me just get on the show and stuff like that. But their foundation is a fast food kind of place. Like, let me just get in, get out as many orders as I can. You know, like, it's just, that's just what it is to me. Understand, what are your values? People don't share the same kind of values. Some, it's just all vanity. For others, it is all pleasure. For others, it's actually, I want a divine union with somebody, very rare. I want a divine union with somebody, a consistent relationship with somebody, and whatever else that looks like. There's so little research, honestly, I feel, mainstreamly, where relationships, where we have like this help for like relationships, or these extra provided context. Oh, a couple I'm thinking about right now, Shannon Boudram and Jared. But she's a really good example of talking to a lot of different couples and everything like that about relationships and all this. And it's so wide and vast, and it takes a really big heart also to, just speaking for myself about relationships, because, you know, some people are wired for marriage and for long-term commitment. Others are not. And when it does get into long-term commitment and everything like that, it is a whole different story, whole different everything. I'm literally reading a book right now called The Spirit of Intimacy. And it was saying how when you are married and you're in a divine union, you have to have community, because it is too much to put onto your own partner to ask them for everything that you need. You need to have your auntie, you need to have your uncles, you need to have your cousins, you need to have your friends from the other village, from the village next door, like from the village up north. Like, you need to have people in your life, and you need to talk about your relationship as well too with these people, so that they understand and know what is going on, so that they can also tell you and see what is going on with you. Girl, you're not okay today. Like, what's going on? Is it this, is that? You know, hey, I'm bringing in too many goats and I need whatever to understand, like, hey, I can't handle 3 goats at a time, like, whatever it might be. Like, talk to your community, ask your community for help. And that was just so beautiful to me that she said this, and I was like, like, that makes so much sense, having a community. And she said, when you're keeping your relationship private, the problems in your relationship begin to get fatter and fatter and fatter and faster. And I said, I agree wholeheartedly, because when I was in a effed up relationship, I kept everything to myself, literally until April 2021, when I told my mom. It literally felt like a cork, like right out of a barrel, and all the water started spilling out. Like literally, it just felt like that. And then I started telling all my friends. I told everybody, okay? And it set me free. It set me free, for real. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for that. And it makes a lot of sense. You have to talk to people, and it can't just be you guys in a relationship. That sucks so much energy out of the both of you. You need your community so that they can pour into you. Like to me, honestly, how I'm seeing my future relationship, we have a community. I have my own, you have yours, and we both come together and bring them two together. Okay, my camera's about to die. But that's really just what I wanted to talk about, guys. And we can talk about more of this Spirit of Intimacy. Shout out to that book. But yeah, y'all, love is real, and you can. It's just a journey. So do your research, clean up your heart, and it'll be there for you. All right, see you later. Thanks, bye.